very good afternoon to everyone present here. Distinguished Chief Guest, Dr. K. Muthumani, Director, Dr. N. Anandavalli, dignitaries on the dais, I please request you to come and occupy the dais, please. Dignitaries on the dais, invitees, press and media, students, and dear colleagues. On behalf of CSIR Structural Engineering Research Center and CSIR Madras Complex, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you to this special celebration of National Science Day 2026. National Science Day is celebrated across India to mark and honor the discovery of the Raman effect by Sir C.V. Raman and to highlight the importance of science and innovation in shaping our society. This day serves as a reminder to the power of scientific inquiry and the responsibility we share in nurturing scientific temper. It is a day that reminds us that curiosity, questioning, and experimentation are at the heart of scientific progress, and our center too celebrates it every year with immense passion. Let us now begin today's program with an invocation. May I now request all of you to please rise. Thank you. To formally welcome the gathering and set the tone for today's celebration, I now invite our beloved director to deliver the welcome address.
Honorable Chief Guest of today's function, Dr. K. Muthumani, former Chief Scientist, CSIR ACRC, and former Dean, VIT, and Managing Director, Structflix, and Principal Advisor, CUBE IITM. And my dear colleagues, Dr. Ramchandra Murthy and Dr. Kumaravelu, and my brothers and sisters who are here, friends from media, school children, and ladies and gentlemen, Vanakkam and Namaskar. Today we have gathered here to celebrate the National Science Day, which falls on February 28th every year. It not only commemorates the discovery of Raman effect by Sir C.V. Raman, but also serves as a powerful reminder of the transformative impact of science and technology on our lives and society as a whole. Science isn't just a subject. It is a phenomenon around us. And science is an endless adventure that never ends. There is always something that will keep you alive and excited throughout your life. It was on the same day that the great Indian physicist, that is on February 28th, Sir Chandrasekhara Venkata Raman made to this world His greatest invention, the Raman effect, in the year 1928. Many of you are aware of it, and he was awarded and honored in the year 1930 with the Nobel Prize in Physics for his great success in the field of science in India. In 1986, Government of India announced 28 February as National Science Day. And on this day, we show our dignity and respect to the famous Indian physicist and who was born on 7th November 1888 at Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu. His father was a lecturer in physics and mathematics, and Sir C.V. Raman worked from 1907 to 1933 in Kolkata at the Indian Association for the Cultivation of Science, doing research on so many topics in physics, of which Raman effect became his greatest success. His discovery marked a notable achievement in the Indian history. Science is a methodical process of extracting true facts from any given thought by adhering to a set of rules known as methodology. All of us know that. And as Thiruvalluvar states that, "Epporul ettanmai thayinum apporul meipporul kanbadu arivu." So which means analyzing the information, understanding the meaning, and accepting the fact will help one gain profound knowledge. Hence, true knowledge is the ability to understand the truth behind people, things, and events. So that is what science is all about. And it includes observation. First thing is we have to observe the phenomenon, and evidences we should know, and experiment it, then re-experiment, re-examination. So we don't get satisfied with a single experiment, so you have to re-examine, and also analysis, what is required, verification, and then review of the results. This is the whole process which makes science very successful. And scientific output is required. All these processes is required to make them very impactful and successful. And also Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam mentioned science is a beautiful gift to humanity, and we should not destruct it. So that is the thing we have to take in mind. So it is also playing an ever increasing role, and we also be true to the fundamental principle of objectivity and impartiality. And in some cases, research and monitoring programs offer warning to the government officials and to the public of an emerging problem. So it is also responsibility of the scientists. So science for society and science generates solutions for everyday life and helps us to answer the great mystery of the universe. In other words, science is one of the important channels of knowledge, and it has specific roles and a variety of functions for benefit of our society, creating new knowledge, improving education, and increasing the quality of our lives. That is the fundamental thing. As a researcher, we should always keep in mind that the quality of life should be always increased with our whatever intervention, scientific intervention which we are trying to do. And also we should respond to the, as a responsible scientist or researcher, we should respond to the societal needs and global challenges. And every year we celebrate with a theme, and this year's theme is Women in Science, Catalyzing Vikshit Bharat, underlines the indispensable role of women scientists in building a self-reliant and innovative India. So what exactly this theme means is that reminds that science is no longer specific to only for men, but also participation of women is equally required, because around in the country 43% of the STEM graduates are women, and an increasing number of women are now leading research, innovation, and technology-driven enterprises. And yet, we look at the R&D workforce, the women still forms only about 18.6% of the total research professionals. So the theme calls us to bridge this gap, not only by exception, but by design. And also catalyzing Vikshit Bharat, why women are very much important. They are not just participants, but they are catalysts, meaning that who can speed up the reactions. In the same way, women in science are accelerating India's journey towards Vikshit Bharat, inclusive, resilient, and driven by homegrown innovation. Science and technology at the heart of building a developed India, whether it is in structural engineering or climate resilient infrastructure, health, space, clean energy, or AI. When women are fully included in these domains, research becomes more diverse, more empathetic, and more relevant to the real life problems. And we also have inspiring role models amongst us, women space scientists or public health researchers, all who are all their material scientists who are shaping India's future. And also their work shows that when women lead, they bring not only technical excellence, but also fresh perspective on issues such as sustainability, community health, and social equity. So, as we all know, science has no boundaries, and it knows no boundaries, and unites people from diverse backgrounds in pursuit of knowledge and understanding. So, we also have to celebrate remarkable achievement of science. We must also recognize the importance of ensuring the benefit of scientific progress are accessible to all. It should be inclusive, and it should be accessible to all. And we must try to bridge the gap and also democratize and access to education and opportunity, and harness the power of science for the greater good. And also in our campus, towards enhancing curiosity in young minds, CSR SCRC has initiated Dr. N. Lakshmanan Memorial Quiz in memory of our former director, and also as part of Jigyasa. This quiz is particularly focused for corporation school children, and as we all know, Dr. N. Lakshmanan, our former director, was instrumental in setting up a number of laboratories in CSR SCRC, and also he works in the field of structural dynamics. He was working wind engineering and rehabilitation of structures. His works are very commendable, and he was also in BIS, various committees, and also many of us are his students, and in spite of being multi-talented, he was so simple and down-to-earth person. So today we are fortunate to have with us Dr. K. Muthumani, our own chief scientist. Thank you, sir. And he has got a vast experience, which he has used his scientific knowledge. He has translated into solving industrial problems. That is his strength, and we'll be hearing more from him on the beyond the epicenter tales from an earthquake engineer. So many of us are eager to listen to you, sir. And then thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and being amongst us today. And may this Science Day celebration at CSR, SCRC, and CMC inspire a renowned commitment to scientific excellence, inclusiveness, and continued service to the nation. Ullum vaayellam vininde ullakal sellum vaaynoki sayal, which means that there is a clear way to perform, aim for excellence, and if no way is known, search for new ways to accomplish the task. That is what science helps us to solve the problems. And once again, I welcome you all for this celebration, and let us all join together towards Vikshit Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It is our pleasure to extend a formal welcome to our chief guest, Dr. K. Muthumani, and may I now invite Director to do the honors. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sirs. One of the most exciting aspects of National Science Day celebrations is seeing young minds engage with science. On 27th February this year, we had the opportunity to host Dr. N. Lakshmanan Memorial Science Quiz Competition for students from Chennai schools. I had the privilege of conducting this quiz, and it was truly inspiring to witness the curiosity and enthusiasm of these students. Moments like these reassure us that the next generation of scientists, engineers, and innovators is already on the right path, driven by curiosity and the joy of discovery. To present a brief report on this competition, I invite Chairperson of Dr. N. Lakshmanan Memorial Quiz Committee, Dr. M. Keerthana, to the dais.
Respected Chief Guest, Dr. K. Muthumani, Dr. N. Anandavalli, Director, CSR, SCRC, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon. As part of National Science Day celebrations, CSIR SCRC has organized Dr. N. Lakshmanan Memorial Quiz Competition on February 27, 2026. This year marks the third consecutive year that the competition has been organized in memory of our former director, who has made remarkable contributions to CSIR SCRC and to the advancement in the field of structural engineering. The event was originally conceptualized by Dr. N. Anandavalli, our director, especially with the aim of providing students from Corporation of Chennai schools the exposure to high-quality scientific learning opportunity through an engaging quiz program in Tamil. Further, the idea was also to ignite the passion for scientific inquiry and nurture an aptitude for research among the city's young minds. The competition this year saw an impressive turnout of 47 students representing 16 schools from across Chennai. The quiz was conducted in two parts. The initial phase involved a screening test for about 30 minutes. From the screening test, top 6 teams, each comprising of about 3 members, emerged as finalists of the main quiz. After the screening test, Dr. S. Sundar Kumar, Scientist E CSIR SCRC, has delivered a lecture on CSIR SCRC and the student engagement activities as part of Jigyasa and as an organization as a whole, highlighting how our laboratory contributes to national infrastructure and how students can involve themselves in future science programs. Following the lecture, the students and teachers visited 4 laboratories of CSIR SCRC: Advanced Materials Laboratory, Advanced Seismic Testing and Research Laboratory, Wind Engineering Laboratory, and Fatigue and Fracture Laboratory. Students actively participated in all the events and interacted with the scientists. The main quiz was presided over by our director, Dr. N. Anandavalli, who addressed the students and inspired them to pursue a career in science. The quiz was conducted by Dr. C. Bharti Priya, Scientist F, CSIR SCRC, and the team. The competition was structured to be both challenging as well as engaging, featuring conceptual rounds, audiovisual rounds. So the participating students were highly enthusiastic, energetic, and sportive, and made the event a grand success. Now, I request our chief guest, Dr. Muthumani, and our director, Dr. N. Anandavalli, to present the prizes to the winning teams. I request the other dignitaries also to join. I request the teachers and students of the winning teams to please come forward and receive the prizes. The first prize was won by Chennai Higher Secondary School, Chulai Medu, the team consisting of Vijay, Justin, and Arun. The first prize consists of, please come. First prize consists of a cash prize of rupees 2,000 per student and a memento, and also a memento for the school. So additionally, there's also a memento for the school. The second prize was won by Chennai High Secondary School, Maduvinkarai, Gindi, the team consisting of Shakti Bala, Vasantakumar, Dileeban Muttaya. The second prize consists of a cash prize of rupees 1,500 per student and a memento for the school. Second prize to the team from CHSS Maduvinkarai, Gindi. Shakti Bala, Vasantakumar, and Dileeban Muttaya. Let's give a big round of applause for the children. The third prize was won by school from Velachery, Chennai Higher Secondary School, Velachery. Team consisting of Visalini, Jacqueline Matilda, and Gayatri. The third prize has a cash prize of ₹1,000 per student and a memento for the school. And for the finalists, so there were 6 qualifying teams. The other 3 teams also get a prize. So the 4th place went to Chennai Higher Secondary School, Alvarpet, the team consisting of Kinosh, Karthik Mato, and Pavan Joshi. Give a big round of applause for the students. The 5th and 6th place are won by Chennai High Secondary School, TH Road, and Attipet, CHSS Attipet, but they are not with us today. The prizes will be sent to their school. Thank you, everyone. So I would extend my gratitude to our director, Dr. N. Anandavalli, and our advisor, Dr. S. Parivallal, for their unwavering support and for conceptualizing this wonderful initiative for students of Chennai Corporation Schools. We are immensely thankful to the Education Department of the Greater Chennai Corporation and the principals, teachers, and students of all 16 participating schools. A special thanks to our quizmaster, Dr. Bharti Priya, and the entire core organizing team and the supporting team as I have listed here due to paucity of time. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Keertana. Congratulations to all the winners. We now continue the prize distribution for school students for the Vigilance Awareness Week Students Competition. May I now request Dr. K. Sivasubramanian, Scientist E, to announce the winners. I once again request our chief guest, Dr. K. Muthumani, to kindly present the prizes.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the prize winners for the students who took part in the Vigilance Awareness Week competitions. So drawing and essay competitions were conducted for the students of the 11th standard. So for the drawing competition, first prize goes to P. Vijay Lakshmi, Chennai Higher Secondary School, Madhuvankarai. I would like to request the student or their parent or their teacher to collect the prize. Second prize, T. Monica, Chennai Higher Secondary School, Buddha Street, Kurkupet. So this is the first prize, P. Vijay Lakshmi. Second prize, T. Monica from Chennai Girls Higher Secondary School, Buddha Street, Kurkupet. So for there are 4 third prizes. First, I would like to call upon Taslim Fatima from Chennai Higher Secondary School, Patel Nagar, Tonjarpet. Along with it, Rex from Chennai Higher Secondary School, MGR Nagar, and Subhashri, Chennai Girls Higher Secondary School, Rotler Street, Chulai. Actually, Rex and Subhashri could not make it to the function. And we have got Hajara from Chennai Girls Higher Secondary School, Nungambakam. That is Hajara from Chennai Girls Higher Secondary School, Nungambakam. So we have got Rex from Chennai Higher Secondary School, MGR Nagar. Third prize. So with that, we move on to the next competition prizes. So it is a essay competition. So in this, there are 2 first prizes. Saranya from Chennai Girls Higher Secondary School, West Mambalam, and M. Santosh, Chennai Higher Secondary School, Kolattur. May please come to the stage. So first it is Saranya from Chennai Higher Secondary School, West Mambalam. So next, this is again the first prize. This is M. Santosh, Chennai Higher Secondary School, Kolattur. Then for the second place, we have got Tarun Kumar and Shakti Bala. Tarun Kumar from Chennai Higher Secondary School, Chennai Nagar, and Shakti Bala from Chennai Higher Secondary School, Maduvankarai. Tarun Kumar has not made it to the function. Shakti Bala. We have got 2 third places. We have got S. Malini and K. Tanushya bagging third place. S. Malini is from Chennai Girls Higher Secondary School, Kurkupet. And we have got Tanushya from Chennai Higher Secondary School, Taramani. So this is Malini. On behalf of Malini, her teacher is collecting the prize. Now we have got Tanushya from Chennai Higher Secondary School, Taramani. I would like to appreciate all the students who participated in the events, and I would like to congratulate all the prize winners. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. It is now time to introduce the distinguished chief guest who has kindly accepted our invitation to deliver the National Science Day lecture. May I now invite Dr. A. Ramachandra Murthy, Scientist G, CSIR, SCRC, to formally introduce our chief guest.
Respected Director, Advisor Management, and our beloved Chief Guest, Dr. Muttumani and Dr. Kumaravelu. My dear colleagues, very good evening. Dr. Muttumani, no need of any introduction. Whole campus knows him very well. I have seen him at least 30 years down the line. He has 42 years of technical experience. In that, 35 years in CSIR, SCRC, and 6 years in VIT. So, I will list out only key contributions. He gave only little biodata, very little he gave. Key contributions I can say. He is one of the instrumental scientists to set up A-STAR laboratory. I can say it is a big role to set up A-STAR laboratory. And he was the main coordinator for the mega project, Engineering of Structures Against Natural and Other Disasters. He used to compile a lot of data within no time. And whenever we approach him, very comfort, easy, he will make the situation, he will feel us very, very comfort. That nature I have not seen with many people, very good nature and humble nature, approachable. And he completed degree in civil engineering 1977. Then he did MTech and PhD in IIT Madras, and he got gold medal in MTech. And he organized several series of training programs. It is unique contribution, I can say, for the officials of NDRF, National Disaster Response Force, which is not there in whatever he has given biodata. I just collected. So it is a great achievement, that series of lectures he has organized for NDRF special course, something like tailored made courses. So it is, we are very thankful to you, sir. And very important project, I can say that one important project, something like seismic test on spent fuel storage tank. It is a very unique test, I acknowledge very deeply. And he is professor at ACSIR. And he has taken classes for many people, and I got very feedback. He delivered hundreds of lectures outside, simple lectures, anybody will understand. With model, he used to go to the lectures with model, how earthquake will come, how it will generate, how people should feel that. That way he has given lectures. I got very good feedback. So that is very good contribution, I can say. And he delivered several guest, and he guided 6 PhDs and many MTech students. And his area mostly structural dynamics, earthquake engineering, and at present he is working as managing director at Stratflix Structural Concepts Private Limited, and also principal advisor to Center for Urbanization, CUBE, IITM. And he is fellow of Indian Society for Earthquake Technology, fellow of Institution of Engineers. And still I can see him very active, and if you approach him, very simple language. Vangappa, simple solution. He will give us a very simple solution. I used to admire him. I know him for the past 30 years, I can say. I used to admire him a lot. He will make the situation very simple and easy way, so that we can deliver, we can talk, we can move with him very simple way. So we are proud of you, sir, to having accepted our invitation to deliver lecture on this occasion. So we welcome you, and we are eager to listen your lecture. Thank you so much.
A very good evening to every one of you here. I'm extremely thankful to Director SCRC, Dr. Anantapalli, for inviting me to share my experience. Though the title looks slightly different, but don't worry, it is my experience I'm going to share. That's all. Nothing else, nothing more. I'm also happy about Ramachandra Murthy, who introduced the extra lines about me. So I'm really thankful to all of them. I'm really delighted to, extremely happy also to address the audience of my brotherhood here, or sisterhood, whatever. Thank you so much. So this this lecture is about earthquake. So let me start with explaining what is earthquake. Earthquake is nothing but a sudden release of energy from the earth surface from at the bottom of some point, and that is creating some kind of trouble. Let me say there is a kind of vibration that is experienced in the building. The basic idea is very simple. So for example, let me say that the earth consists of various parts like mantle, core, everything you may be knowing. But the issue here is the temperature from the core to the top is highly different. For example, 9,000 Kelvin at the core of the earth and about 268 at the surface. This difference in temperature makes certain issues. For example, let me say that you are boiling water. Okay, in your house you are boiling water. Suppose you keep a cold water on a stove, the bottom gets heated up. How the top water gets heated up is by convection of heat. Through particles, the heat gets transferred, and the bottom particle go top, and then like that there is a circle that happens. The same thing happens here, because instead of a water, here there is a solid, like soil, whatever, core, whatever. So this also happens like that. So that is why there is a kind of rotation that really happens, and that is why the top layer, okay, mantle, whatever, so it moves. So even though Earth is revolving as per planet science, but this is different. There is something below that is happening. Okay, Earth is moving as in the 23 degree and off. That is a different issue. But this is a special issue which creates this kind of trouble. So there is some point below that, because of the movement of tectonic plate, something happens, and then I will not go into it, but it breaks. So suddenly there is an action that happens at the point which may be few kilometers from the surface of the earth. 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer, 40 kilometer, like that. It is not very near to earth. So that is where the real rupture happens. So that is what is called epicenter. The point at the earth below which this is happening. So that is what is called epicenter. I think it is some problem. Can we go to next by physically? It is okay. So this is the basics. Okay, that is the basic thing. That is all happening in earth. There is something that happens. So there is a kind of break, and then there is a kind of vibration that happens. Okay. Now let us come to what is happening at the earth for buildings or whatever. The first thing that we need to know is school level science. That is what Newton said. Newton said, if something is moving, please understand, if something is moving, there is a force. Clear? That force is nothing but mass into acceleration. Clear? So because that is the way it is. Newton defines his law. So that is what is happening. We are trying to use that. Clear? So the earthquake creates kind of vibration, and your building is on the top, it moves. So we try to say that there is a force which is nothing but mass into acceleration. So don't worry about this expression. So they say mass is nothing but weight of the building divided by acceleration due to gravity into some factor. We will not go into it. So that is what our Indian code gives. So the code gives something like M into A. Instead of M, W. Instead of A, some formula. We will not go into it. I only take conceptually. So there is a force that is coming to the building, and you design that. So is that the issue? But interestingly, there are other issues. The building deforms. So that means it has stiffness. So that means how much it deforms, it also matters. How much it deforms. For during an earthquake, it is deforming more than normal. So that much we are trying to understand. So apart from strength-based design, we need stiffness, ductility, and all those things. We will not go into it, but let us understand it is not simply for the force we design, but there are other issues. I am going to talk about that only clear today. And so let us again, because this is science day, we will talk science initially and how the science is related to my field so that I can use. So let us start with the first example of sine wave. Clear? Sine wave. Sine wave is what you are seeing here. There is something called amplitude from the mean position, how much it goes, that is called amplitude. Between two peak, what is the time taken? It is called period. 1 by period is called frequency. Why I am telling is, I am telling you because it is better you know this is a very basic science, okay? Okay, let me also say something else. For example, every one of you know pendulum, clear? Every one of you know pendulum. Pendulum is also oscillating like this, and it goes to the maximum distance, that is called amplitude, and the time taken for one full cycle is called period. Everybody is very clear? So this is a basic science, clear? This is a very basic science, how a pendulum oscillates, clear? Or a sine wave that goes. These two are basic science, which is physics only. Okay. How this is useful to me? Let me say I have a building, okay? I have a building, I have to model this. It is maybe difficult for you, but just to understand, all the weight that is coming divided by acceleration is nothing but mass, clear? That is the m. And there is stiffness, that is nothing but how much it deforms for the given weight, that is what is called stiffness. Third thing is damping, which is nothing but the energy dissipation, how much energy dissipates during the motion. How it comes to, after the earthquake is over, the building is not continuing to vibrate. It is coming back to zero. So that how that rate at which it comes, so that is what is damping. Don't worry about all this, it is not very important. But this is how engineers do. Engineers do using this. But I am demonstrating you some other thing. I am demonstrating a basic vibration machine. That is nothing but washing machine, okay? Every one of you know washing machine, okay? Inside the washing machine, you put 20 kg of cloth, which is wet. So which is, when it is rotating, what will happen? It will rotate and clear your cloth. That is not a problem. But the issue is, it may vibrate, clear? It may vibrate. To solve this vibration problem, we again model this like this. Clear? We take the weight of the machine, the stiffness of the machine, damping of the machine, all that we take, and then model that. How they have solved it. So how a washing machine is not at all vibrating. Still everything is fine because they add one more thing at the above, which is called vibration absorber, which is also called vibration absorber, TMD. That is tuned mass damper. So this is one simple technology wherein the natural period of the first system is exactly same as the natural period of the second system. So they keep a small product like this, a small product which has a mass, which has a damping, which has everything, which is having same characteristics of the period, same as that of washing machine, clear? So this counteracts. So that is why the washing machine is not vibrating, you are happy with that. So same thing you used first time in Taipei 101 tower, in Taiwan it is there. So this building is a 100-story building. At that point of time, it is the tallest building. So this building is having a pendulum, please understand. This building is having a pendulum whose natural period is exactly same as the natural period of the building. For example, if there is a building, it vibrates like that. It is exactly like a pendulum. Only thing is it is reverse, clear? So you keep a pendulum whose natural period is exactly equal to natural period of the building. It is a simple science. That is what is called tuned mass damper. That is, we are tuning the mass to the building system. Building system and damper will have same qualities, which is nothing but the natural period of the structure, natural period of the pendulum. Here, why I am bringing this is, these people have really used pendulum only. Really, they have not used any high-tech theory. They use a simple pendulum. What you are seeing there as in golden color is the plumb bob, clear? And there are 4 wires that is going on. That is available at the top for few floors. So this is the photograph of that. Same way. This is the first time. Same way it happened in many other buildings also, like Rinston South Residential building. In this building also they use the TMD at the top of 60-story building. Not necessarily pendulum, something else. Don't worry, I am just demonstrating because pendulum is easy to remember. There are so many other possibilities that exist, like that. This is another example. Where 410 ton of concrete TMD added to the top of the building. So suppose you have an existing building, you can just add at the top. For example, you can add water tank like that. So the water tank can be modified to suit that, like that. So there are simple technologies that are available for us. This again. This is a building which is bandage pillars. This is Yokohama Landmark. All these having same concept, that is tuned mass damper. So there is a simple concept wherein the natural dynamic system of a building and the addition that you are making is exactly having the same problem, same characters, dynamic characters. So when the disturbance comes, the secondary system get affected, the primary system is saved. So your building is saved. That is the way it is. So it is already demonstrated. Okay, now we come to my next experience. this is what will happen in SCRC is, whenever there is an earthquake, we start a team and we go and do a survey and try to understand what is really happening. It's like field life observation. Our scientists, I have gone, my colleagues, every one of them gone. To any earthquake that happens anywhere in India, our team will be there, next day itself. So I just brought this photograph where Jawaharlal Nehru is there in Anjal, where we were there. Clear? Just to demonstrate that. And our team, me means my team. Let me tell a small incident here. Exactly in 2001, January 26, you know what happens? Republic Day. So we all assemble, we do the flag hoisting. So we do the flag hoisting and there is some talk in everything, and then everything is over, we go for tea. Clear? It's very important. So we adjourn for tea and we are taking tea. We got a call from Delhi saying that send a team immediately to Bhuj. Because we never know that there is an earthquake. Because we were standing here and flag hoisting and then we don't know what is really happening there. So we were saying, so doctor says, I was there. When he start out, that's all, over. In the morning he says, 10 o'clock, let me say 10 o'clock. You say, please start to Bhuj. That's all over. So we created a big team. The big team was nearly 10 scientists were on tour on that. Only myself and Gopal was in Bhuj. All other people spread in various places, like Ahmedabad, one team like that. So we various focus, various goals. Clear? Everybody is clear. So the interesting story is, we reached Bombay. Myself, the team reached Bombay in the night. It failed, and there is no communication in Bhuj airport. We hold a ticket, but we cannot travel further. Clear? So we were worried how to go. So of course there are other ways. That is a different issue. But the way in which we were discussing in the airport, they found out that we are struggling to go to Bhuj, and there was an army team that they were ready to go. The army plane was going. So because all communication is lost, so plane cannot land itself. So an army plane was arranged, and we were accommodated in that. So we landed in Bhuj, and we were left in the runway. Please understand that. And you have to just climb, no vehicle to pick up, nothing in the whole airport. As you can see in the picture, it is fully damaged, fully out of control. Of course, now it is fully equipped also. So this is the kind of experience that SCRC scientist faces in his area of expertise. Like I am in earthquake engineering, like everyone may be in various other fields, but everyone is excited to participate and understand. Because in fact, let me say that I did MTech in IIT. I did learning, lot of learning. That is a different issue. Got degree, that apart. In SCRC, what is happening? Learning. This is a learning. You may be expert. That is a different issue. In the field, you are one more person. That's all. The kind of the field sees is totally different. So we continue to learn. So one of the interesting, so many problems that was there. I am not going into it. Only one problem I will explain. One of the interesting problems that came up to us was the only hospital available in Bhuj fell down, 100%. It is not operable. But there are so many, because we were there in the next day itself. We have seen patients on the road, literally. Strictly speaking, our role is not in the next day. Our role comes maybe 3 days later. But it is okay. That is the way government thinks, and we are also happy with that. We have seen people, we have seen doctors sitting on the road and trying to treat patients. I saw Apollo doctors from Chennai. They were treating patients on the road. The only hospital that is available is out. Bhuj is like a small town like Trichy or Madurai, as the case may be. It is not a village, it is a town. So gone. So why I am telling this seriously is, at the end of the game, so they wanted, like the then Prime Minister said, we need one hospital. Please understand, it's a very important statement made by the then Prime Minister. We need one hospital in Bhuj, which should never fall during an earthquake. This is a statement made by the Prime Minister of the country. Then, so it was a challenge. So obviously, we have to look for alternative technologies. Clear? This is the first base isolated building in India, which came in around 2004 or 5. And at that point of time, even base isolators were not available in India. We have to import. Today, things are changed. I'm not talking about that. Even we produced isolators at that point of time from SCRC itself. But being a big project, so we can't take risk, so we imported. That is a different issue. So this is the first hospital which is on isolators came into service because of our action, because we were there and we were listening to comments. So we said, okay, we have to do something. even if the cost of the project may go higher than normal. These kind of projects will go minimum 10 to 15% higher than a normal hospital. But that is okay, because here is a situation where the earthquake is likely to come at any point of time. And so this is the construction stage. We have a lot of stubs. And above the stub, you see a small block box cube-like thing. That is a piece that came from New Zealand. It is a kind of base. Nowadays we make in India also. I am not saying that. But at that point of time, we have to import. Because of the first project in India, we don't want to lose that failure or any kind of thing. So this is the first thing that is to happen in India. That is a great thing that this is a close-up picture of that isolator. This is a 3+ underground also is there. Hospital which is now operational within 3 years. 2001, 2004 it was fully operational. So same way, they at the same time you see in US also they are trying to retrofit with this kind of building with the 280 isolators. So these are all happening, which is 1916 building in USA retrofitted. So this technology is, this is close-up pictures of those things. This is just to show that how other countries also doing this, how India also doing that. That is the way it is. Of course, this is also again another airport in Turkey, which is again using friction bend. So there are variety of, even though base isolator is rubber based, what we have done is rubber based here. There are umpteen number of choices in that. Not one, more than 10 choices are available. And you can see how other countries have made this kind of situation. These are all the pictures of pendulums and other things. These come anyhow. The idea is at the base you put some kind of isolation, like what they do in a diesel generator. If they put isolator, there is no vibration to the building like that. Very similar to that, but it is very complicated compared to the. So my next experience is building failing in soft stories. Now, in one of the important points, of course there are so many problems, but I am bringing only highlighting a few. So the soft story issue is that very simple problem. That is, you have a ground floor for car parking. Clear? That means that building has no walls. But 90% of the building that fell in Bhuj, Gandhidham, Anjar or Ahmedabad is only this. If only we solve this problem, 90% of the earthquake failure is not there, over. Other 10% we will address differently. What I am saying is, this is how we try to understand. Have we understood that nicely? That is the way it is. So this is the problem. Suppose if you don't have a wall at the ground, of course car parking is a must. You cannot say that don't have a car park like that. Car park is must. So what happens is, if there is a wall at the first and second, third floor, and there is no wall, formally the deformation will the ground floor is more. As simple as that. So as an engineer, we can take care of this. There is no issue at all. There is no issue at all. Only thing is, are we addressing that? Are we addressing? This is a known problem, simple and known problem. So if only we solve this kind of problem, 90% of the failure that happened in Ahmedabad will not happen. Over. Rest of the 10% may be some other issue we can always solve. What I am saying is, there are certain issues which we need to address in a different way. So we did at that point of time, 2001, 2002, after seeing this, we got initiated an idea within our team. So we put a building which is soft story, clear, in our shake table, and put isolator also, and find out whether base isolation works for soft story building. This happened in 2002 like that, at that point of time when this problem came. So we found it is working. What was it? Nearly 30 mm in the shake table is only less than 3 mm at the building. The vibration is not getting transmitted, no issue at all. So there are simple solutions that are available, which is going to cost only 10% more. This is not the only solution. There are umpteen number of solutions. I am just saying one, because this is how we create. And interestingly, I want to tell you that the kind of freedom we have in SCRC, I want to tell you that. Because, for example, you see this project. This project is a very funny project. You can even say it is a crazy idea project. You have a building on balls. You understand that? You have a building resting on balls. So that means it will move left, right. Nothing will happen to the building. This kind of funny project. So we had so much freedom. We can experiment anything. Nobody can disturb us. Because it involves money. It involves money, but we are able to do it. So this is the kind of building that we did in my shake table before SR Lab came. So these are all the model building, how we brought a single story building on a balls. Balls means like real ball. Instead of rubber ball, we think of some other thing. And we see that everything is working very well. So it is a simple project to demonstrate that even your building is on balls. I mean, this is a rough and crazy idea only. Of course, you cannot just implement this straight away. But why I am telling is, what kind of freedom an SCRC scientist has. He can do anything, whatever he wants. I don't think any stopping us there. Same way, This is another idea. This is also funny idea or crazy idea as the case may be. You have a railway track, the train goes, the vibration is not getting transmitted to the neighboring building. So what happens really there is a ballast that arrests. So we try that. We put 1 foot of ballast in the shake table and constructed a 1+1 building. Here also we are more or less successful. What I am trying to say is they are all crazy ideas. It needs a lot more engineering to do a real life problems. But what I am trying to tell you is, as an young scientist, for example, at that time let me say that, I was able to do anything that I think. Nobody stops. Because it involves money, it involves project time, it involves scientist time. So, but everything is an idea. But the same lab also has created so many devices, many of them patented, many of them tested. I am not going to say anything about that. But this is how our lab grown in various possibilities. And which is, for example, the same is used in Burj Khalifa. This kind of isolators, dampers. We are able to produce more than 5-6 products, out of which 3 or 4 are patented also. So there is a lot of other, what I am trying to say is, there are a lot of other ideas which can kick off so that you can save the building from earthquake. So another experience I want to share is that with APJ Abdul Kalam. You know that he was a very good leading president at that point of time. So when he became a president, there was a file to him. Okay, that file was, the building is very old and there is a lot of repair retrofit technology is needed. Maybe it may be demolished or something like that. Maybe it is not a question of thing. So how to go about? That is the thing. So he referred the problem to SCRC. So we were there right at that point of time. So the whole Rashtrapati Bhavan, we stayed with Abdul Kalam more than about 10 days, whole team, about 15 scientists plus technician, everybody was there. We were staying there along with Abdul Kalam and along with his greatest possible hospitality. Because he ensured that we got rasam every day. So that is a great thing, extent to which people can go. So this is a building where we are able to instrument the whole building. What we did was, we divided the structure into 10 substructural systems. Each substructural system we excited and found out what is the natural frequency, like that. It is very complicated, I don't know how to explain that. But it is a possible technology that is available in SCRC at that point of time. All equipments, manpower, everything was available. We just moved there, stayed for 12 days and gave a report. And also we did this UPV, so many concrete tests, because there is a central dome as a concrete base. So we tested the concrete and found it is very good. It is very good. And then, so the conclusion is, we don't want to, this is a stress test which is very good. The natural frequency test which is above 33 Hertz. Above 33 Hertz means it is rigid. I don't know whether you know that. So because that is an old building with the masonry, stone masonry, it was like that. So the building is very safe. I am not presenting any result, but I am just saying, with hundreds of results at our hand, with hundreds of analytical modeling, we found that this building is very safe. We gave the report and the building is still standing and it is very good. The idea is that if there were to be an earthquake, next earthquake, at the zone 4 level, whether this building will survive. That is the main focus of our team. That is the main focus of our team. And we felt strongly, not weakly, very strongly, that even if there were to be an earthquake in Delhi, at equivalent of zone 4, which is zone 4, Delhi is zone 4, this building will survive. We have given a certificate to that effect. We have given a report also. So this is the kind of work that we do in, of course I have not burned all the work, but okay. Then maybe this is the last story. Okay, let me say that when I joined SCRC, there was no structural dynamics lab. There is only space that was available to us. So the first job given to me was put a pile foundation. Honestly, I don't know what is pile, except the word I know. So technically. So we try to understand things. We studied pile somewhere in some subject, how do you? So it's okay. So we put a pile foundation and then we got a structural dynamics lab in place. At that time, fortunately, we have good people like Dr. Srinivasalu, Dr. Lakshmanan and so on. So we were all fortunate enough to have good gates. That is a different issue. So based on that, we are able to make a lab. And so first time we thought in 80s, we should have a table, clear? So making it is not that easy, so we bought one, clear? So at that time there is something called UNDP, there is aid that is available. So this came as an aid to SCRC. So we bought this is the first slip table that was available at 80s in our lab, 80, 82, let me say that. So we are able to shake like an earthquake or something like that and do tests, as you can see something. This is a component testing, don't worry about that. So that kind of test we are able to do. This is the first slip table that came anywhere. Later, we thought that we should create a table. So at that time, Dr. Ramaya was director. So we estimated something, and then Dr. Lakshman also was there. So we are able to design a very simple table. The funny thing is, this is also a funny project, let me call you, because there is no scientific idea behind. So we had a table on 4 wheels. Because we need only one direction, wheel is good enough. We thought like that. So we designed, at that time the cost was nearly 40 to 50,000 total project cost. 60,000 or something like that. Even for that time it was difficult, because if you go to ask director 60,000 rupees too much, they will say in those days. So anyhow, things were went and we got this. Interestingly, after doing test only, we found that it is not working seriously. Because of the wheel, it uplifts. We know that, but we have limitations. We know that there are so many constraints that are there. But with the available budget, we have to start somewhere. So we have to start somewhere, and fortunately we did some tests and gave to L&T. That is a story apart. But we were aware that there is a lot of issues in this. We are not very happy because there is a vertical vibration which is coming, which should not come. So horizontal motion only should be there. So overturning, all the funny things happened. So anyhow, okay, to come out of that, we again, by the time the director changed, okay, next director came. So we designed a table which is on linear motion bearings, which is imported. At that point of time, we didn't have linear motion bearing. It has to come from German. So we, to avoid the vertical uplifting, we had some kind of special this thing. So we went to various places and found out a German bearing is available. We bought 9 of them. It's a very costly affair. This cost nearly 2 to 2.5 lakhs. Even that was a very big amount at that point of time. So they also sanctioned clearly. What I'm telling, why I'm telling all this is, when you approach something for a real issue, nobody stopped us. I have not been stopped by anything whichever I asked. That means 100% I got. So this is the way 2.5 lakhs we spent, and then this has become, those problems are solved. Vertical vibration is missing, everything is normal, and this is an absolutely good table that was available at that point of time. So this is the first shake table that was available, though I call it second, but first is only trial basis. So this gives an impression to SCRC also. SCRC feels that, okay, these people can do something. So, so what we did was, of course, we did a lot of tests. I will not go into it. We did a lot of tests using this. So money flow was there. So we would have got whatever we invested. We would have certainly got what we have invested. But we are not doing any business, okay? We are not doing any business. We are doing R&D and incidentally some business. So the last thing. So the last thing is coming. So they got impressed. So this team is likely to do something. So they are impressed. So we went in 1997. We went to the then director and said that we got a proposal to make a A-Star lab. Clear? So we estimated the equipment is approximately about 12 crores. Building we have not estimated. So we went to director. Okay, the then director. Then he was very encouraging and positive. There is no doubt on that. But the issue he told me was interesting. You know what is the budget of SCRC? He asked me. I said, I'm sorry, I don't know. I come from some corner. I have no idea of SCRC's budget. Muthumani, you are asking exactly the budget of SCRC for one single equipment, which is not possible. But however, I don't deny your idea. I wish I should fight for this and get it. But since he was in the end of the career, his period, whatever. So he said, we will still forward. So there was a proposal went from us for a cost of 12 crores. Of course, they didn't come through. Okay. Then slowly, we gave, every year we give some pressure. So it was going on from 97, 98, 2001, it was fully sanctioned. At a cost of 30 crores. When we were asking 12 crores in 1997, was not available, not because of director, but there was heavy pressure from CSIR because they cannot give like that. So finally we ended up, of course, this money was given partly by PRNS funding also. So I will not go into it. But what I am trying to say is, because we already proved that there is a possibility of shaking table that is available by small improvements, we are able to make it. So they were really happy to help us. So once in 2001, it was sanctioned to 30 crores. Within 2-3 years, we were able to import equipment from Japan. Our scientists were trained in Japan, as well as we are able to establish in 2006 or 7 as the case may be. We completed so many years. It's a great thing to happen. Decades of experience we have. But that is how the A-Star lab came. And of course, we are doing miracles with our next team is doing a great service, and they're doing good. Thank you very much. That is all I wanted to show. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for that thought-provoking lecture. Lectures like that we just heard reminds us that endless possibilities that learning and science offers. Thank you so much, sir. We now move on to the report on the Vigilance Awareness Week competition for the staff. May I now invite Shri Shailesh Kumar, Administrative Officer, CMC, to present the report.
Our Honorable Chief Guest, Honorable Director and Coordinating Director, CSIR, ACRC and CMC, other dignitaries on dais, SICs of our 5 units, our senior scientists and colleagues. As you know, we celebrated Vigilance Awareness Week 2025 with zeal and zest from 27/2025 to 31/10/2025. The theme of the Vigilance Awareness Week was Vigilance, Our Shared Responsibility. During the Vigilance Awareness Week, we conducted many programs, activities, including many competitions. Some of them were open to school children, and some of them was exclusively for our staffs. Sufficient number of students and staffs participated in these programs and competitions. Now I present the report of Vigilance Awareness Week competitions. As part of the Vigilance Awareness Week 2025, the staff of CSIR, ACRC and CMC took part in the integrity pledge on first day 27/10/2025. It was followed by the Hindi lecture on the theme Satarkta Hamari Saazha Zimmedari. On the next day, 28/10/2025, drawing and essay competitions were conducted for school students of 11th standard. Around 50 students participated in both the competitions from various government schools from in and around Chennai. On the third day, 29/10/25, quiz competition was conducted for staff of CSIR, ACRC and CSIR, CMC on the theme, again, Vigilance Awareness Week 2025, Satarkta Hamari Saazha Zimmedari. Around 25 staff members actively participated in the quiz competitions. Parallelly, slogan competition on the same theme was conducted for staff of CSIR, ACRC and CSIR Madras Complex via email submission. Around 30 staff members participated in the slogan competition. Many committees were involved to make this program successful. The quiz for each event was decided based on the observations made by the jury. In this moment, my heartfelt thanks to all the committee members and subcommittee members and the people who were behind the curtains. I also congratulate all the participants and those who won the prizes. And in last, I thank myself. I was member of the committee. Please take it in a lighter mode. And thank you. और last में जय भारत, जय तमिलनाडु. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We will now move on to the Vigilance Awareness Week staff competition prize distribution. May I now request Dr. Shiva Subramaniam to announce the prizes.
During the Vigilance Awareness Week, slogan and quiz competitions were conducted for staff members of CSIR, SCRC and CMC. So the prize winners, I would like to call upon S. Mantra from SCRC for the first prize. For the second prize, I would like to call upon R.D. Satish Kumar. There is also a second prize. I would like to call upon Dr. S. Vijay Lakshmi. I think she's not available. So the third prize is shared by 4 people. So it is Vasudevan from SERC, Dr. A. Abraham from SERC, Dr. Asha G. Nair, and Ms. Sri Ranjani from SERC. That's Dr. Abraham from SERC. That's Dr. Asha G. Nair from SERC for the third prize. And next we have Ms. Sri Ranjani from SERC for the third prize. With that, we move on to the quiz competition. The quiz competition was a team event. So we have team members like 5 members in each team, 5 or 6. So the first prize goes to the following team. It comprises of Dr. Maheshwaran, Ms. Jagadaprabha, Alam Raju, Maniganda Sharath, Chinashrani, and Satish Bridal. Sorry. Jhansi Rani, I spelled it wrongly, sorry. Second prize, the team members are Kavita, Kamsar Chinnappan, Santosh Kumar D. Bhatt, Dr. Santosh Kumar D. Bhatt, Ms. Nivedita, Mr. Akila Kumar Sohu, Mr. Pon Ramalinga Vel. Second prize. Second prize goes to Kavita, Kamsar Chinnappan, Santosh Kumar, Dr. Santosh Kumar D. Bhatt, Nivedita, Akila Kumar Sahu, Pon Ramalinga Vel. The third prize goes to Sharon Nivedita, Mantra, Ganta Praveen, Nitin Kandwal, and Sri Velan, all from SERC. Okay. Sri Velan is from CMC in this team. I would like to congratulate all the participants and the winners for their enthusiasm. Thank you.
The student team which has come, there is another student team that has come, is it? Vigilance student team. Where on the vigilance student team is on the we request the dignitaries to stay so that there are more prize distributions. Continuing on the Dr. NL quiz prize distribution, one of the schools have joined with us here. One of the finalists from Chennai Higher Secondary School, Attipet, represented by Mr. S. Gopi, Tirupati, and Sudarshan. I think the teacher from the school has joined. I kindly request you to come onto the stage to collect the prizes, please. A big round of applause for the school. Next, we are moving to the World Hindi Day Competition prize distribution. May I now request Dr. Asha Nair, Hindi Officer, CSIR SERC, to announce the prize winners.
धन्यवाद मैम। विश्व हिंदी दिवस के उपलक्ष्य में CSIR SERC एवं CMC के कर्मचारियों के लिए 2 प्रतियोगिता आयोजित किए गए थे, हिंदी वार्तालाप प्रतियोगिता एवं हिंदी भाषण कार्यक्रम। तो रिजल्ट्स आर एज फॉलोज। CMC से प्रथम स्थान प्राप्त किया है सीता रामन के एवं मौसमी खराय। हिंदी वार्तालाप प्रतियोगिता में CSIR SERC से प्रथम स्थान प्राप्त किया है कुमारप्पन M, विजयलक्ष्मी S। CMC से द्वितीय स्थान प्राप्त किया है सूर्य प्रकाश J, A मर्सी लता। CSIR SERC से द्वितीय स्थान प्राप्त किया है LMRN M, भुक्या राम की नायक। CMC से तृतीय स्थान प्राप्त किया है नटराजन B, वैद्यनाथन V। CSIR SERC से तृतीय स्थान प्राप्त किया है झांसी रानी VD, घंटा प्रवीण। अब दूसरा कार्यक्रम की ओर जाते हैं, वो है हिंदी भाषण कार्यक्रम। CSIR SERC से डॉक्टर नितिन खंडेलवाल। अगले प्रतिभागी है संतोष कुमार D भट्ट। CSIR SERC से RP रोकड़े। लक्ष्मी पूर्णा R, सतीश बिंदल, विजय लक्ष्मी S, श्रीकला R, रेणुका दर्शामकर, CSR SERC से बुकिया राम की नायक। CSR SERC से सूर्या ई। पूनम चहल, मोनू, सोनिया आर, जगदप्रभा एस, CMC से वैद्यनाथन वी, ऋषि रंजन, कविता आई, सेतुरामन सी, CSIR SERC से सोनू, श्वेता GM, सुरेश ई, CMC से सुरेश ई, CSIR SERC से झांसी रानी VD, शारोन निवेदा JR, मंत्रा S, भरणीधरन M, आशा करती हूँ कि आगे भी ऐसे ही हिंदी कार्यक्रम में आप सभी भाग लेते रहेंगे। ओवर टू यू मैम।
Thank you, sirs. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, 1 minute. Ma'am, 1 minute. As a token of our love and gratitude, we would like to present a memento to our chief guest, and I request our director to do the honors. Thank you, sirs. Thank you, ma'am. As we come to the close of this wonderful celebration of science, it is time to express our gratitude to all those who made this event possible. May I now invite Dr. C. Kumaravelu, Scientist G, and Scientist in Charge, CIRI Unit, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Respected dignitaries, on the dais, off the dais. I think good evening to everyone who presented here actually. It is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks for today's National Science Day celebration. On these special occasions, we remember the great Indian scientist Sir C.V. Raman and a remarkable discovery of Raman effect, which we commemorate every year as National Science Day. As Albert Einstein once said, the important thing is not stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reasons for existing, so this course truly reflects the spirit of today's celebrations. First, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our respected chief guest, Dr. K. Mutthumani, former chief scientist, CSIR SCRC, and Dean is retired from School of Civil Engineering, Vellore Institute of Technology, Managing Director, StructFix, and now Principal Advisor, Center for Urbanizations, Buildings and Environmental, CUBE, IIT Madras, for accepting our invitations and sharing valuable insights with us. And your inspiring words and truly motivated us to develop a scientific mindset and a curiosity, sir. I would also like to thank the Director, SCRC, and Coordinating Director, CMC, Dr. Srimati N. Anandavalli ma'am, for her valuable guidance, hospitality, and continued support in conducting these functions in a grand manner. I also thank Dr. S. Parivallal, Scientist G, Advisor Management CSIR SCRC, for his planning and coordinating this event with great success. Above and beyond, let's not forget that the backbone of these functions from various sections such as administrations, purchase, accounts, works, ICT, electrical, audio, visual, photography, air conditioning, guest house, canteen, and horticulture, CSIR SCRC and CSIR CMC. My sincere thanks all your valuable support in conducting these functions in resounding success. I would also like to appreciate all the students and who enthusiastically took part in the various competitions and prize winners, and even for all the staffs from SCRC as well as from CMC. Congratulations to all the prize winners. I would also thank today the program compere Dr. C. Bharatipriya, Scientist TF, and event capturing Mrs. M. Vijay Lakshmi, Private Secretary, CSIR SCRC, for their support in gracing these occasions. But last but not the least, I would like to end my thank with a grand applause for everyone who have assembled here to grace the celebration event memorable. Have a wonderful day again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As we conclude, let us remember that science is not only about discoveries in laboratories, it is about curiosity, creativity, and the courage to ask questions. With that note, I thank everyone for being part of today's celebration. May I now request all of you to please rise for National Anthem.
Janagana mana adhinayaka jaya he, Bharat bhagya vidhata. Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat, Maratha, Dravida, Utkala, Vanga. Vindhya, Himachal, Yamuna, Ganga, Ujjala, Jaladhi, Taranga. तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे, भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे, जय हे, जय हे, जय 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 हे।
Thank you. High tea is served outside. Thank you and have a wonderful day.